Alright guys, welcome back to Persona 5. Last time we met in Persona 5, we did some social stuff. We finished the infiltration route for Madarame, of course, but now we are actually sending the calling card to Madarame. We are gonna steal that heart, I guess. Also, one thing I do like is the fact that you could still see the Phantom Thieves just standing there.
Well then,
And yes, you can theoretically leave the hideout area and go to a different part and still see them standing where they are for their confidant locations.
you have my thanks.
Okay. Right.
Jesus, I'm skipping fast.
May I get a word in?
No.
Oh, this is actually kind of where they're asking about if people could track the location, I believe, or something like that.
Okay.
All right, time to send the calling card. By the way, since this is going to be a very cutscene intense part, I'm going to apologize for silence now,
Take it seriously.
because I like to watch the cutscenes.
He has often received slanderous letters till now as well.
Wait.
Oh my god, I just... Wow.
Again, Ryuji? That last one was questionable at best. You should do it then, Yusuke. Oh, make it really artistic and stuff.
No, it'll end with him figuring it out.
Oh, then.
Why did I skip that? He was still talking.
Designing a calling card. Interesting. It shall become proof that the Phantom Thieves do exist.
It's decided then.
Great! All that's left is to make the treasure ours. You guys better come fully prepared.
Yeah, but before the actual cutscene for the calling card, we're gonna go home and we're gonna make lockpicks. We're gonna craft crap. Oh yeah, so Ryuji changed the chat icon, and I'm pretty sure you guys know what the icon's gonna look like if you've seen the Persona 5 logo. Yep, it's the Phantom Thieves logo. The Phantom Thieves logo we all know and love. Because Smash Brothers and literally every sort of medium with Persona 5 use the Phantom Thieves logo rather than the original, than the actual Persona 5 logo. Which is really weird to me. But I guess it makes sense, since, yeah. And to be honest, the Persona, the game logos are very lacking and kind of just bland. There's like legitimately no reason to use them. The only exception I can really think of is 4, and that's because the investigation team doesn't really have a definitive logo,
What are your thoughts?
or a logo period. I guess you could say Teddy is a logo, but no.
Okay.
Oh man, I love Royal's way of crafting infiltration tools like 20 times more. I'm not gonna get into it because it's much, I can just say it now, it's much better.
Okay.
It's much more simplified, I guess you could say.
What are your thoughts? Okay. Okay.
I don't even know why I'm making this stuff. I'm not gonna use it.
What are your thoughts?
Plus, I'm pretty sure I'm out of tools.
Hey. What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if the audio's lined up all the way because I did some editing. I had to do a little editing again because the audio ended up out of sync again. I don't know what happened.
All right.
And I'm not sure if it's in sync completely. If it's slightly out of sync, sorry. I don't really want to fix it after because then it just screws everything up and I'd rather not deal with that again. So, sorry again, but what can you do? Adobe Premiere.
Pardon me, sir.
There's a matter we need to notify you about.
Please excuse me for a moment. What is it?
We found this outside.
A letter?
It's, Sir Chiryusai Madarame, a great sinner of vanity whose talent has been exhausted. You are an artist who uses his authority to shamelessly steal the ideas of his pupils. We have decided to make you confess all your crimes with your own mouth. We will take your distorted desires without fail. From the Phantom Thieves.
I forgot that was my name.
Whose doing is this?
We don't know.
From
This
harm
letter's been
fuckers.
posted everywhere.
From the harm fuckers.
About the security cameras.
There were no signs of the culprit. All we saw was a cat in the recordings.
Remove these at once.
Of course.
What now?
It's about this affecting the exhibit. We believe it's just a prank, but what of the mass media?
Are you insinuating that this slander is true?
No, it's not slander, it's libel. It's printed.
It's those damn brats doing, isn't it? Well, it means nothing. They'll only be able to do as they please until this exhibit is over.
Well, well.
Was that too?
Yup, it was perfect. The composition was way cooler, too. The treasure should appear right about now.
You better enjoy the air of freedom while you still can, old man. Anyways, did you guys check online? People are already talking about that calling card. We'll show them. We're gonna surprise them all.
Wait, did they spread them out throughout
Sure
the
you
exhibit or
will.
something?
You only get one shot to pull this off.
It's do or die. Oh, well, Jesus. Okay.
Last time
Well,
too.
technically it is.
You have no reservations about this either, right, Yusuke?
Of course not. We'll do this.
I'm about to say, don't you dare go to the Velvet Room.
Let's go.
Alright. So once you interact with the crane, now you are locked into the section. You are locked into stealing the treasure. So, make sure you got all your preparations done before you interact with the crane. I forgot I'm still wearing the C's thing. And that was a part ago. How did I forget that?
Yes.
Alright. I do hate the fact that this isn't voiced. I think Royal voices it, actually. Yeah, that's another weird thing that Royal does, is there are sections that are voiced now that weren't voiced in this version. So, weird, huh?
Yes.
I have to admit, I think this is like the most real heist in the game. In terms of like what they have to do for, yeah, real stealthy Morgana. in terms of what they have to do to retrieve the treasure. Because in Kamoshida's, they literally just walked to the room and walked right back out. In the next palace, they just walked to the room. In the palace after that, they walked to the room. In the palace after that, they walked into I'm beginning to see a pattern here. I mean, in terms of aesthetics, they're all pretty realistic in terms of like what places thieves would raid. I mean, a castle, a museum, a bank later on, a casino, a pyramid, a cruise ship. I don't really think that one's really necessary. I guess pirates. Never mind. What's the other one I'm thinking? There's another one. The world, technically. I'm not going to spoil the one in Royal. I'm not going to spoil the final palace in Royal. Sorry, I don't want to. I don't want to be that guy. I feel like space. Oh, actually, okay. The space station. Not really. I mean, I don't really know many mediums with thieves in space. I mean, I guess you could count Metroid with the space pirates, but nah, I don't count that. Never mind. Oh, time for some story.
Treasure! Huh?
This is the treasure? Get back! Whoa!
Meddlesome vermin. Is this what you're looking for?
What nonsense that you used a mousetrap on me.
So you had a fake prepped, huh?
That's what Morgana literally just said.
World of Japanese arts.
What made you change like this? Is it because you became famous? Can't you understand how much it pains me to inquire about the crimes of my foster father?
You know, it's a good thing Morgana didn't stop to inspect the treasure. Otherwise, they would have screwed up hard.
Ties with your mother. That woman never lost her passion for painting even after her husband died. Her skills and talents were quite astonishing. That's why I decided to look after her. Your mother and the artwork she created, they're all my works of art.
How low can you sink?
I suppose I can grant you a gift before you die. A glimpse of the genuine Sayuri.
Genuine?
Yep.
The real Sayuri?
The real Sayuri is that. It's not what it is in the real world. Madarame literally painted over it.
This was painted by your mother. It's a portrait of herself. A woman who knew her death was coming painted her last wishes for the son she would leave behind. That is the truth behind the mystery of Sayuri's expression.
You stole something that personal?
I knew at first glance. I knew it'd be a huge success if I added a touch to the painting and announced it under my name.
But the baby in the picture. Why did you paint over it?
It was all to stage it. If the babe is erased, the reason for the woman's expression will become a mystery. That's what the general public is drawn to. Each of those parasitic critics wrote the same thing.
I always felt something was off about all this. Now I know what it is. If you really treasured that painting, you wouldn't even think about replicating it for profit. You don't love art at all! Though you have a real treasure, your true skills are nothing more than those scribbles on that fake.
It makes me laugh, asshole!
So you'll defy me no matter what. Well then, since you're my work of art, Yusuke, I'm going to reap you for the sake of my future.
believe you're treating both mother and son like they're objects. You're inhuman. Fox?
I've heard that you destroy your art once they outlive their usefulness. Did that include my mother as well?
She just so happened to have a seizure in front of me. That's when a thought crossed my mind.
Jesus Christ.
Call for help and leave her be. I could obtain her painting without any strings attached.
No. You let her die?
This is the main reason I feel bad for Yusuke.
She just dropped dead because of a
Christ.
Above all, Yusuke, didn't you think it was odd that I discovered your talent when you were only 3? The reason why I kept you around was to keep you from realizing the truth behind Sayuri.
You killed her.
The artistic talents you inherited from your mother were a delightful miscalculation, though. If I'm to steal ideas, it's much easier robbing the future of brats who won't talk back than adults. It's thanks to you that I came up with the idea. You have my gratitude.
Yusuke?
Codenames.
I thank you, Madarame. Every reason for me to forgive you has disappeared without a trace at this very moment. You aren't some rotten artist. You're a despicable fiend who wears the skin of an artist.
All you good-for-nothings barging into my museum and doing whatever the hell you want. Those who have the connections make the rules. Those who don't, follow them. Not to mention, the value of art is all subjective. I make the rules of the art scene. I am the supreme being. I am the god of the art world.
This isn't good. Get back.
Alright. So now we're starting Madarame's boss battle. How? You don't have any arms. Alright, so this is Madarame's boss battle. This one... okay. To be honest, this one was a disaster for me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I was thinking when I was playing through this. Because this boss battle is a lot easier than I let it out to be. So really, what you need to be doing is using group attacks. But the thing is, though, each of the paintings all have different affinities, and they all drain something different. They all drain different elements. Like, for example, the mouth would be is draining physical and gun, while I believe the nose would drain everything up, would drain things like nuclear, psi, and I think that's it, and a couple others. And the eyes would drain fire, ice, stuff like that. So really, it's all... I really felt like I should have grinded a little bit before this boss battle to make it a little easier for myself, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I feel like I had a really good reason for not doing so, though. I do have a few group attacks, however, but they're both attacks that would only really benefit 1 out of 2 out of 3 of the groups. So really, the boss is really about taking out the paintings, the painter body parts. Yeah, so the eye just drained On's fire because I forgot what I was doing. And Madarame both has group attacks, most affinities. But in the second time he summons these paintings, because spoiler alert, this isn't the only time he's going to summon these. In the second run through, he's actually going to demonstrate an ability that is utterly bull. Basically, it is an ability that that makes you weak to all affinities. Meaning that if Joker were hit by it, no matter what affinity you hit him with, he's weak to it. Physical, gun, fire, ice, all of it. He'd be weak to it. So when you get hit by that, I would highly recommend making sure that character is prioritized in terms of healing and making sure they just guard so they don't get knocked down. Because remember, you can't get knocked down if you're guarding. Now, the reason I'm actually increasing attack for all of the characters rather than attacking with a couple of them is mainly because I'm trying to, how do I word this? I'm trying to get them buffed and ready for when Madarame comes out. Because when Madarame comes out, you only get 3 turns to attack him and do as much damage as you can. He never heals, luckily. By the way, the only time he really heals is when he's reviving the other painting parts that were lost. So you really need to make sure you're taking them out as quickly as possible. Yeah, I really should have invested time into grinding for all the characters to get them to have their group attacks, but I didn't do that because different reasons. Oh, that'd be a waste if you did that.
I'll try this. Much thanks.
Actually, my struggle with this boss fight's actually the main reason this part is so long. I'm so sorry I make this boss fight look really hard. It shouldn't be that hard. I just made it out to be that way. Luckily, I don't die, but still, I just felt... Oh, actually, Ann has her group attack, but... I should have done that for Ryuji and, Joker. Well, Joker really doesn't need it. I mean, Yusuke, sorry. But Joker, you know, I could just fuse a persona.
Your health is low. Watch out.
There.
Alright, Joker's gonna be healing bitch for a little bit.
Oh, that's a big help. Joker's down. Come on, you gotta hold on.
To be honest, I like the original. I like the royal version of this boss fight more than the original. The royal edition, first off, is broken by the baton pass. But basically, Madarame summons duplicates of himself of different affinities, and it's up to you to use their weaknesses, and then baton pass between each character and do better damage as you progress. It was ridiculous how fast I beat that boss battle. I think it was like at least 3 or 4 turns before the boss battle was over. Alright, so now I'm focusing all my force on it. Because now the mouth absorbs physical and gun, so I have to use magic. Or elemental properties. You get what I mean. Why did I do that? That was just a waste of SP. There's no reason to flick stat debuffs. I guess to lighten the blow. Yeah, honestly, you were better off just doing Yusuke. Not like that, you perverts. Why did you do that? Did I legitimately forget? What am I doing?
Persona! Ravage them! I am thou. I lend it.
I need an explanation on why I did that. And I need it now.
There we go.
Alright. Now that Madarame's out, the first thing that's going to happen is a hold-up. After this animation plays out. Yeah, we know.
Damn it! I'm the great Madarame! The Madarame who gathers a full crowd every time he opens an exhibit! I'm not someone that worthless brats like you are allowed to defy!
You still have the nerve to say such things? You will fully taste the wrath of those who are preyed upon by you. Do it.
This all-out attack means nothing. You do a scripted amount of damage. You can't... I don't think you can kill him with the all-out attack. Well, obviously not, because he has a lot of health.
Go down.
So for this... So for 3 turns, you get a chance to go all out on Madarame. Basically, what you need to be doing is doing as much... I don't know why I did an attack down. He doesn't really attack you. Actually, he does. Never mind. So what you're going to be doing is you're just attacking him as much as you can. Oh, yeah, that only does 10 damage every time. You just need to make sure you do as much damage as you possibly can. It is... I believe if you have powerful enough of personas as Joker specifically... I'm pretty sure you can kill Madarame within this turn. But, you know, obviously I didn't summon any personas out of the compendium, so I didn't do that. So. Oh, sorry. Basically, he was just saying we're being annoying. Now, I know I mentioned that it's a terrible idea to hit him with an attack that drains them, but at the same time, you want to make sure you can take out as many as you can. Yeah, this is the affinity attack I mentioned earlier.
We should be cautious.
For real?
But you want to make sure you take out as many as you can at once, because he can only summon 1 per turn, because now this is kind of when he starts reviving them if they start dying.
Someone fix him up.
Using. No way.
But
I don't like the look of this.
But the reason I'm using Rampage is because it gets rid of 1. I wanted 2 of them gone, but it got rid of only 1 of them. But if I was lucky, it would have gotten rid of at least 2 of them, meaning that
Those things
Madarame theoretically only usually does 1 at a time. Okay, good.
Watch out.
Using this.
Much thanks.
Persona, your attack power's been lowered.
I'm actually trying to keep Yusuke in the boss battle just for the sake of appropriateness, I guess.
Oh no. Goal's been knocked flat.
Like, you'll notice that,
Yeah, nice one, Panther.
yeah, Panther's out. Actually, yeah, that'd be pretty good. Erected. Get it? Get it? And plus, you can also get a lucky break to where he doesn't restore his turn. And you would be able to attack.
I am thou.
About to say, you idiot. Actually, I was just mashing too fast.
Skull, are you okay? Watch your health.
I guess I don't... Do I not have any, medium inflicting damage moves, I guess you could say? Yeah, see, he only restores really one at a time, because, he only gets one action.
This is my other self.
And it doesn't restore full health, it only restores a fragment. I was about to say, if you press X, I was about to smack myself in the past.
There we go.
Oh, wow, I wasted that.
Let's go.
I don't think you'll be able to capitalize on that. And always make sure you know what the next turn is in boss battles, just so you know before you get yourself killed. Everyone's really low, so I should probably heal the next turn I get. But I also have to take into consideration that this is a moment when Madarame is out, and you only get really 2 turns to attack him.
Stop it, you brats! Or else.
Let's go.
Wait, where's Yusuke? Oh, right, he has a status ailment on him. I was like, wait.
Now's our chance. Attack the main body.
What? I can't really do critical hits to him, can I? Yeah, that wouldn't have helped.
Skull, are you okay? Watch your health. Not good. Boss is in bed.
Persona.
Media. You've passed it like 4 times.
Much thanks.
Sorry.
Let's go. Die.
Oh, and also, if I really probably could have gotten away with attacking with Joker one more time, but I just didn't. So, my fault, I guess you could say.
He's changed again. What do we do?
So this is actually... So the third time, though, we get the chance to do that affinity attack on him.
Isn't that the same thing Madarame's been using? Let's try covering him with paint.
So what we're going to do is we're going to send Yusuke to go paint on him.
I can go wet.
I'll do it. I'll handle it.
And it's just like the Kamoshida thing where you have to distract him for a few turns and make sure he doesn't catch on to what you're doing. But it doesn't take 3 turns, I don't think. I think it just takes 2. Actually, I'm wrong. I think it does take 3. I don't know. It takes a number of turns. Idiot. Actually, I can get away with doing this, actually, because, you know, the moment Yusuke finishes up with his turn, with his thing, yeah, Yusuke will, he's weak to everything, meaning I could just do Rampage when I get a chance, and basically destroy Madarame in, like, 2 turns. And he's dead. Oh, I forgot I had that. Oh, it was only 2. Okay.
Let's go.
This is actually the first time I've ever had to do this strategy, by the way. I've never had to do this before. But, you know, Rampage. knocks everything down, and you can do a hold up and an all-out attack. Which I believe this is the only boss battle in the game where you can do this. Yep, and they're gone. Meaning that we get one last chance to attack Madarame. Actually, this should be your last time. This should be your last rotation in terms of attacking Madarame. I don't know what happens if you manage to screw up and not have him dead by this point.
No adult will help you.
I hope you're prepared to go down, Madarame. Do it.
Do it to it. Now, again, this is a scripted all-out attack, because clearly that would have killed him. But, gun. I forgot that I don't know why I love doing that with boss battles. I just love ending boss battles by using Joker's gun as the final hit. It's just my thing. I just like doing it. I guess it's because, like, the anime does that a lot. In Persona 5 the animation, almost every single boss fight ends with... You know what I mean. Every time Joker fights somebody in the metaverse, he uses gun. He uses his gun as the final hit. Usually a headshot, but we can't aim in this game.
No one cares for true art. All they want are easily recognizable brands. I'm a victim in this too. Wouldn't you agree?
Excuses now?
The art world revolves around money after all. You can't rise up without any money. Yusuke, you understand, don't you? Being a poor artist is truly miserable. I just didn't want to return to that life.
A fiend like you has no right to speak about the world of art. You're done for, along with this abominous world.
No, please! Just don't kill me!
Return to yourself in reality and confess your crimes. All of them.
You're not going to kill me?
Swear it!
All right. All right. What about the other one?
Yusuke could have killed him if he wanted to, considering what he did to his mom, but I like that about Yusuke. He didn't do it. Then again, On did the same thing back in Kamoshida's. In fact, I think they all do this.
Black Mask? Wait,
Fine, I'll play Batman Arkham City after this.
it can't be. There was another intruder besides us.
No, I am not doing Batman Arkham City immediately after this Let's Play.
There's no time.
Probably gonna do Sonic. Probably gonna do Sonic Adventure.
Get on!
Or maybe find a way to make, forget it, never mind. I was gonna make a clever joke about the fact that Arkham Asylum was the last Let's Play I did. And Joker, there was a character named Joker in that. Now Joker's the main protagonist of Persona 5. Could do a game about thievery. Could do Sly Cooper. I actually want to do Sly Cooper now. I've been wanting to play that game for a while. But no, I'm not going to play that next. In fact, I'm actually doing a bit of a schedule change for Persona 5, actually. And I'll get into it in the next part.
Yes.
Mainly because I want you guys to pay attention to the story. The very interesting story about the change of heart that hasn't happened yet.
I guess the mission was a success. All that's left is to see if he had a change of heart or not. Ah, so bitter. Why'd you get it black?
Sayuri.
You're not gonna get all teary-eyed and say stuff like "Mom," are ya?
Shut up, Yusuke. He has a right.
That this painting was the source of Madarame's distorted desires. The only saving grace is that my mother won't know of what transpired.
The genuine painting at his atelier has been altered after all. Ironic as it may be, this one here is her true self-portrait now.
It's a wonderful painting. And although it took some time, it's in your hands now, Yusuke.
I'm thankful for it. However, it's impossible for this painting to be acknowledged by society anymore. must inherit my mother's wishes and improve myself even further. So, this is my mother. There's no way that I would remember her face clearly, but I was right about the rush of emotion I felt when I saw this painting.
Stop that!
You're so vulgar, Ryuji.
So, what are you gonna do now? We're gonna keep targeting big shots.
Why do you do such things?
It's to get back at scumbags and, like, society in general.
He said society.
To give courage to the people that are suffering because of selfish adults.
Courage, huh? What good does that do? You mean the courage to stand up for themselves, correct? Will acquiring that make them happy?
Yeah, there's no knowing whether it'll turn out good for everyone or not. Still, we won't know unless we give it a try.
In other words, it all depends on the person, hmm? The same can be said about myself right now. I also suffered because of an adult's selfish act. Moreover, if we investigate these palaces, it may expand my artistic repertoire.
You really only think about art, huh? You're impressive.
I won't take part in any inelegant plans, all right?
No worries, I've got us covered. Plus, we have a rule that says we always have to decide on a target unanimously.
How about it, Joker? We can give our calling cards a lot more oomph if we have Yusuke on our team.
We have too many dudes. Yeah.
I will try and live up to
I forgot what his I forgot what the response to
At any rate,
that is. I think he just says, "Well, would you want me to cross-dress?" I feel like that's his answer to that. I don't know.
Black mask, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's just one person, right?
Hey man, it's becoming a straight-up sausage fest here. Oh, and Morgana's here too.
I'll try probing Madarame. I may be able to learn something from him.
Are you sure? I mean,
I'll contact you all if anything turns up.
we should probably exchange our contact info with you then.
An artist and a phantom thief. Well, it seems I'll be engaging in two trades from here on. Very well. You only live once after all. Still, the incident about this other intruder does concern me a little.
not only have we dealt with our second big target, we even have a new addition to the team. Goodness, things are going so well. Could the day our name becomes common knowledge be nigh? But I have to say, you sure are something special. This is our 5th persona user. It'll help broaden our battle strategies as well. Besides, having an eye for beauty is a must for Phantom Thieves. We're lucky to have Yusuke. An artist is a talent you rarely come across. I mean, he is a bit strange, but still. An artist, huh? What kind of person do you think I was? There's no way I'd turn out to be some bad guy in the end, right? I get so engrossed with the embodiment of human desires. And that's not all. When it comes to the metaverse, I'm the only one who can transform into a car. I'm special, but it's still odd. Who could I actually be?
A simp. A monster. A cat.
You give it a rest. That's definitely not the case.
It is. Sorry, buddy.
What a half-assed answer. Well, there's
I
no
gave
way
you.
someone
Okay,
like
you know
me,
what?
who has honorable aspirations, can be evil. A man who saves those in trouble in the West, while punishing evildoers who may lurk in the East. A man who chastises people that smoke inside in the South, while saving bullied cats in the North.
But what about
A man with a
jaywalkers?
sturdy body, and vows to always do one good deed a day, be it rain or shine. I'm that kind of ideal person. Or so I hope. So if I turn back to being human, surely she'll take notice of me, won't she?
Where's the no button?
Right. Of course that's the case. Where should I go when I become human? I wonder where she'd like to go. An amusement park, a movie theater, a fancy cafe, shopping. What do you think?
Yeah, that was actually a social link. That was a confidant raise up, so. So yeah, now Morgana unlocks follow-up. That's what I hate about Morgana's thing, confidant. His goes up with the story. So unfortunately, you can't access his abilities until it goes up in the story. But, you know, characters like On, Ryuji, and Yusuke, they go up on your own time. So you already have Baton Pass with Ryuji and On, but Morgana doesn't have it, meaning that you can't use Baton Pass for Morgana until further notice. Okay, yeah, sorry about that audio cutout, by the way. Anyway, the next time we meet in Persona 5, I believe it's just another confidant part, and, you know, just being a normal student part. So see you guys next time for Persona 5, and take care.